Hey everybody, thanks for checking out Chocolate Therapist TV today. I'm Julie, owner of The Chocolate Therapist, and always what we do on this show is something fun, entertaining, all about chocolate, no politics, no pandemics. I call it news you can use. Today we're going to go through everything that you need to know to pair chocolate and beer together. We actually have a beer pairing collection on the website, but I'm not going to limit you to our chocolate. I'm going to show you how to do it no matter where you are, what beer you're drinking. It doesn't really matter. You can put beer with chocolate. I know you might be thinking, what the heck is she talking about? But let me just educate you here. And who better than you to do the research to find out whether or not this information is going to be of value to you. So let's get started. First of all, you want to have a few things ready when you're going to do the pairing. Your beer. Now, I have 6 different beers here, and it is kind of fun to do a variety of beers. Have some friends bring the beer over. Maybe you supply the chocolate. But I'm going to go through 6 beers, and really all beers are going to go with some chocolate. So it doesn't matter so much that you have a certain kind of beer as that you have a beer that you truly love. So I'll go through the 6 beers that I have and show you how I did it and how I decided to pair which beer with which chocolate. By the way, before we get started here, I just want to mention that I am not paid by any of these companies to promote their beer. I just chose these because there are 6 completely different styles of beer. They do go great with chocolate, but it's up to you, the beer that you want to enjoy. You also want to have your chocolate, and of course I'm going to suggest that you get yours from our website, thechocolatetherapist.com, because we have a beer pairing collection, and our chocolate is all natural. It's also gluten-free and soy-free, and it's made with a lot less sugar than most chocolates, so it's specifically made to pair. When you bite in, it's just pure chocolate and organic flavoring oil. You don't get this overwhelming, sugary, dye-filled center that's going to take away from the pairing. So yes, go get your chocolate at the Chocolate Therapist. However, if you have a favorite local store, go support them as well. We all need as much support as possible right now, and of course, you need chocolate. So once you have decided on your beers and you've gathered your chocolate, you want to have a glass of room temperature water for cleansing the palate in between the pairings. No ice in the water because you don't want your mouth to get cold. And then it's also a good idea to have a plate and a napkin. And I suggest a paring knife also so that you can cut your chocolates or share them with your significant other, whoever you're doing that pairing with. Now what I'm going to do is do exactly what I did when I got these beers and researched their flavor profiles to figure out which chocolate might go with those. Now there's no rules per se, like you can just get a 6-pack of your favorite beer and a box of chocolates and work your way through the whole box, which again, I would highly recommend doing that. However, if you want a specific pairing, this is how you would do it. So let's start, say for example, with this Oscar Blues Scotch Ale. If you go look up the flavor profiles, here is what you find, right? This cola-colored beer with a dense, tawny head, creamy mouthful, and flavors of caramel, chocolate, and lightly roasted malt. Complex and rich, finishes with a whisper of smokiness. These are right off the internet, very easy to find. What you want to do once you have your flavor profiles is select your chocolate. Now, with this particular pairing, I would suggest a caramel, obviously, either a milk or a dark chocolate caramel. One of our mulling spice chocolates, which is clove, ginger, and cinnamon with milk chocolate, again, to kind of tie in with that cocoa flavor that's already in the beer. Possibly a black cherry, like pure chocolate with organic black cherry oil, and maybe even the cappuccino that has a little bit of espresso in it. Now, let me just go through this quickly. When you do the pairing, it's very important to go nice and slow. You take a piece of the chocolate, a small bite of it, get it melting in your mouth, and then you add the beer at the same time and note how the flavors change. Don't just throw this huge piece of chocolate in your mouth, half chewed, chug down some beer, grab another piece of chocolate. That is not the way it should be done. This is an art. You have to go nice and slow. Now I also selected a sour beer, and by its very name, it's sour. I personally would put this with the key lime chocolate. Milk chocolate, because that kind of mellows out that tartness and that acidity. but key lime because it's going to bring it back up. So you're going to get this very interesting flavor profile. If you wanted to do something outside the sour profile, maybe raspberry, sweeten it up just a little bit, black cherry, maybe the cappuccino. You know, like I said, get your beer, get your box of chocolate, and work your way through the entire box. Next up, we're going to go with the Saison beer, and I chose the Tank 7. Here are some of the flavor profiles. Grapefruit hoppy notes. Complex straw-colored ale tapers off to a peppery, dry finish. The complex flavor profile, it's the ultimate food pairing beer. So why not try this with raspberry or dark orange or some kind of a fruity chocolate to kind of tie everything in together with those grapefruity hoppy notes. I would always do one milk and one dark with each chocolate and completely different flavors as well. But remember, again, the style, small bite of chocolate, get it melting in your mouth, add the beer at the same time. Now let's say you find a pairing that you absolutely can't stand. Do what we all do in the store. We have a rule. If you find a pairing you don't like, just keep drinking. Pretty soon, your problems are all going to be solved. Now, moving right along here, the Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA, which I think is this one right here. So let's just look at some of the flavor profiles. Strong pine, followed by citrus, grapefruit and orange, herbal hop notes, light stone fruit, graham cracker, bread dough. Is this giving you some ideas of where you can head with this? I would try the milk chocolate orange, the raspberry, and possibly even the milk chocolate apricot. Again, all of those in this beer pairing box. Now there are 16 different chocolates, 8 milk, 8 dark. That's why I say if you're gonna do this with a friend, make sure you have a knife so you can cut them in half and each enjoy some of the pairings. Let's do the Fat Tire Amber Ale. What are the flavor profiles? We have here a malt with a gentle sweetness and a flash of fresh hop bitterness. For this, I would try plum, which is a really mellow, sweet chocolate. Again, pure chocolate, organic flavoring oils, nice melt in the mouth flavor, not too much sugar. And I might also try this with the milk chocolate hazelnut, just to kind of give it an edge and see where it goes with that. And then the last one I want to go through today is the Guinness Extra Stout. And I have to say this might be the most popular beer that I hear people pairing with chocolate, but I'm just saying beer has so much personality. Try it with everything. You don't have to stop at a Guinness Stout. I think Guinness with dark chocolate is a yes, but also, you know, you could try that with our, say, double shot bar, dark chocolate with fresh ground espresso. Here are your flavor profiles. Again, you're just finding these on the internet. Of course, you can get them by drinking it as well, but if you're out shopping and you're trying to figure out what chocolate is going to go with which beer, check these out. Dark malty flavor. And with this kind of malty bitter flavor, I would tend to go more with dark chocolate. So of the dark chocolates here, you could try it with the Irish cream. You could give it a try with the black cherry, the plum. We have a sangria. There's a peanut butter in there. Or your favorite chocolate from your local chocolate store, wherever that may be. Now, to sum it all up, the goal is to drink beer and eat chocolate. If you want to do the pairings properly, try to identify the flavor profiles within the beer and do either similar or complementary type chocolates that are going to bring out different flavors in the beer. And then the beer might even bring up some of the flavors in the chocolate as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our station because I'm always doing something fun with chocolate, as I mentioned. Like, try to just keep it light. Things that you can use. This video, by the way, you can go out right away and use this information today, tomorrow, call your friends, have an event, do a beer pairing virtual event on our website, whatever you want to do. There's something fun to do with chocolate. Also, if you have a favorite chocolate and beer pairing, please feel free to share it down below. Share what you love with other people so we can spread the love and have more beer and chocolate. Thanks for watching. I'm Julie with The Chocolate Therapist, and I will catch you on the next episode.